a December to remember for sure. We get the coronavirus vaccine coming out, and we're starting to do put options, which I think are going to be fantastic from here on out. Hopefully, for the rest of my trading days with stocks, I think selling puts is going to be a big part of what I do, and we're here to talk about that today. Guys, welcome to Alpha Cave. We are here to talk again about stocks, specifically selling puts. If you saw the last video that I did, it was about selling puts and the safest way to trade options. And remember, nobody here in Alpha Cave is a professional at trading stocks or anything like that, but we've done it enough, and we like investing, and we're learning as we go along with different strategies. And we want to try to teach those to you guys as well, because I think that we can actually make very good profits with this particular strategy, which, if you look back, Warren Buffett does this quite a bit, or has done this quite a bit. So it's not a losing strategy. It's actually something that can work, and it's been effective over time. So I'm going to try to show you some of the stocks that I picked. However, before that, I want to point out a few of the things and how I go about trying to pick some of these stocks. Now, we've been trading for a few years now, and so we know kind of some of the stocks that we like, that we don't like, what their trends are, how their prices fluctuate, how much they fluctuate. And so as you go learning your stocks, you'll know more or less what kind of puts that you might want to buy. So the first thing that you would want to do is pick a stock that you would like to own, a company that you think is going to be successful, that you would want to have that stock, so that if you have to end up purchasing this stock, that it won't be any issues for you. Secondly, what I would do is study the history of that stock. So go back 1 year, 3 years, 5 years, and see the fluctuations on the prices, because you want to have that to balance yourself and gauge yourself as to how much this stock fluctuates. Number 3 is picking a stock that you think that the price will go up. And the reason that you want to do this is because you want to potentially not have to buy any of these stocks ever, right? So if you're selling a put saying that you're going to buy it at this price, and somebody's going to pay you to buy it at that price, you don't ever want that price to come down to the point that you're actually going to buy it. You don't want to lose money on this put. So if you think that the price is actually going to go up, and you see that the future looks like, or the short-term future at least, it looks like the price is going to go up, then it's probably a good buy to do, and you can possibly make some money off of that. Now, the fourth one is really knowing what the volume is, as how much this is traded. You want to look and sell a put that actually is traded often, because if, for instance, you are actually going to end up buying those 100 shares for that option, then you want to turn around and sell a call, and you want that call to actually sell, right? And if it does sell, then you can make some profit. But you may also not want that call to sell and just make profit over and over and over again. That covers both 4 and 5, having a stock that has a high level of interest in the volume, so how much they're wanting to buy that put, and also making sure that there's enough buyers for the call that you want to sell. So don't just go by the put, go also by the call, because you may end up buying those shares when you place that put. There are several ways to do these puts. Put them every week, every 2 weeks, every 4 weeks. Depends how you want to do this, right? I personally think 2 to 4 weeks is enough time so that you can make enough interest on your money, and then use that money again to keep on making more money for yourself. So that's what I shoot for, 2 to 4 weeks. But I do look at everything in between 1 week, 2 weeks, 4 weeks, whatever it is. I want to look at the different rates of return. The last thing I would say is number 7, maximize the percent earned on your money. You always want to make the most for your money. And sometimes you think that the higher stocks, the higher price stocks might give you more return. And sometimes that's not the case. So don't be fooled by that. Work it out. Make sure that you're dividing what you're going to earn by the total that you put down and get that price, because a lot of times the stocks that are $8, $10, $20 are going to pay you more money than the ones that are, $100, $120. So you don't have to have that much capital to start off with so that you can actually start making money, maybe even weekly. So we're talking about selling put options here. Now, if for whatever reason I end up buying some of these stocks and I have to sell some calls, I'm going to do a little bit different strategy than what I'm doing with my put options, in that I may go weekly on these, because that will allow me maybe a better chance to make money, because it's hard to determine sometimes a month out how these prices are going to go. But putting the price high enough where I can get paid, but hopefully not have to sell the stocks, so that I can maximize the amount of money that I make on these shares. And then at some point, those shares will be sold, of course. All right, so let's get to it and let's start talking about some of the ones that I bought. And as you can see here in the chart, I actually put in red some of the stocks that I actually bought some puts on. And the first one would be NRZ at $10, and that was at 84 cents that they would pay me per share. So I sold it at 84 cents. They give me $84 for the $1,000 that I'm holding, or that they're holding for me. It expires on 12/18, and so I'm going to be making 8.4% on that money within that time frame, which is a very quick time frame. I thought 8.4 is very good. A lot of people shoot for 4% to be made per month. So when you can find these prices that can give you a lot more than that, I think it's a great thing to do. I know a friend of mine just showed me one of the puts that he had. He's making close to 25% on his money on that one option that he got. So let's go on. And the second was NRZ at $11 per share. So they're holding $1,100 for me, but I was getting $1.76 per share. So $176. So that's 16% earned, and that will be by January 15th. So that was double from what I bought the first one at, so I thought that was a great deal. So I went on ahead and did that as well. Next one again, NRZ again. And NRZ, a $10 put at $1.08, gonna make me 10.8%. Also expires January 15th. I did these NRZ options because at whatever value I buy them at, actually the cost per share I will be bringing down. If you remember back when coronavirus hit initially, the price dropped dramatically, and I was able to bring down the cost of my shares from about almost $18 down to in the 13 range. But it's still, at this price, would be a bargain for me. So if I end up buying these shares, I don't mind. But then these, I would turn around and start selling some call options on them as well. So let's go on to the next three. So Workhorse is a new stock for me. It's a stock that I looked at, I liked, I saw what the price was doing. Most of the people agree that this is a stock that should be bought. And I put the put option at 23, and I'm getting $3 for that. So that's 13% on my money. And I thought that was a good option. It also expires this year on the last day of the year, 12/31. So hopefully that will be one that expires without me having to buy the stock, and we'll see how that goes. This next stock is also a new one for me. It's called DoYu. It's at $12.50, and I sold it at $175 per share, so that's gonna make me some good profit. In fact, 14%, and that's perfect. I mean, that's awesome. Just imagine if you can repeat this month after month or week after week, how much profit you're going to be making. It's much more than what I think anybody would expect to make. So I think that this is a great plan and how to approach this. But let's go on to the last one that I have here. And this proves my point in that buying the more expensive stocks does not necessarily mean that you're going to make more money on your money. So Apple, I put up $123 put at $288. That's only going to give me 2.34% earned. The only reason I did this is because, one, I like Apple, and it's going to be a stock that I would want to hold onto, but I was interested in the calls that were being sold also for Apple as well. And I saw the pricing on those calls and I liked it. And I think that I can sell calls on a company like Apple, still maintaining those 100 shares that I want to keep, but selling calls at a good price to keep on making money every single week. So that is my plan there. If by chance Apple drops down to about 120, I'll probably end up buying these shares, and I'm okay with that because that's going to be something that I will talk about in a video about selling calls as well. So what I wanted to show you all today was how you can actually make some more money and not to be afraid of this particular way of making money. If you sell options in this manner, for me, this sounds very safe. I have not got into buying puts and buying calls because to me, that sounds more of a risk at this point. And I want to do this because I think this is very safe and a good way to make income. And I don't like this plan of saying, oh, you're going to lose some of the time or you're going to lose 20% of the time. I don't want to lose money. I want to be able to make money. I want to be using my money as collateral to make more money. And that's what you end up doing here. And I think it works really, really good. And I think it's a plan that hopefully over this year, over 2021, I can show you guys that it's actually a great plan in how to make money. And hopefully it's something that you can adopt as a plan for you to incorporate it into how you deal with your stocks. Thank you all for watching. Please subscribe to our channel. We love to have our viewers, and we want to try to keep on giving you guys some quality videos and things that can actually be very useful and beneficial to you guys as you kind of grow and you learn how to do stocks, you learn how to invest, you learn how to save money. And there's a lot of reasons that we enjoy doing these videos for you guys, and I hope that together we can learn. But please go ahead and subscribe to our channel, and we'll talk to you soon.